welcome to the Tea and a Buddy podcast. I'm Dominic.
And I'm Erica.
And today we're talking about pies, your favourite subject. Oh, my favourite subject, because I love pies. Meat and fruit and all of it mashed together.
It seems to be everybody's favourite subject.
Yes. Pies.
If you guys follow us,
oh, pies. Love those pies.
If you guys follow us on social media, or particularly Instagram, over the last month, we've been doing what Dominic has named the World Series of Pies.
It's the World Series of Pies, everybody, because, I just thought about it because, talking about baseball and the World Cup of Biscuits.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, you got the World Series over here. There's a World Series of pies, and let's do it. Let's see what everyone loves, because everyone loves pie over here.
Oh my God, no, that's what I was gonna say.
And it's hotly debated.
So we've had these polls going on Instagram. I think first we asked for everybody's favorite pie. Dessert pie. We were just dealing with dessert pies on Instagram. We'll talk about meat pies.
Yeah, we'll talk about them.
But we asked for everybody's favorite dessert pies. We put them in a spreadsheet.
No.
And we tallied them up to see which ones were the most mentioned. And so that's how we got our top 10.
Top 10, yeah. I think it was top 10.
Look at the list here.
Yeah, I've done a little list with pens and everything.
The top 8. Right, yeah.
It's the top 8, yeah.
So we got the top 8 from there. And then we just started pitting them against each other every couple days or so. Yeah. Until we came up with a winner, and we'll mention the winner at the end of the podcast. But it was so interesting.
I don't even know the winner, do I?
Do you not?
No.
Yeah, I think you do.
Do I?
Well, we'll see when
we'll talk about it.
It was so interesting, though, because we got a lot of votes.
Yeah, everybody was obsessed with the pies.
People were very
they were asking, and it was like, I'm not voting in this because I don't like either of those things.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a lot of votes, because sometimes we put up polls or questions or something. We just get a handful of answers.
Yeah, maybe someone, and then someone will accidentally vote and say, I didn't mean to vote, I didn't care about this.
Well, sometimes people, because in Instagram you can see how many people looked at your story, and then
how many voted. Yeah, so we see
versus how many actually took part in voting. And a lot of, the majority of people who looked at our story voted on the pies. So
they voted on the pies, but they didn't vote on...
It's a very important subject for people.
Well, yes.
Which pie is the best? So, we'll get back into the results of that and everything a little bit later on. But what do you want to tell us about pies?
Well, I was looking up, because I was thinking about, just pies in general, and I was thinking, savory pies. I mean... Yeah. In regards to pot pies and stuff like that. They're quite popular over here, I suppose. But, savory pies, they're not...
pies. We do shepherd's pie, cottage pie, but we don't do the kinds of meat pies
like handheld, on the road, kind of fast food kind of stuff.
Because it's a pasty, a Cornish pasty.
I guess
is it considered a pie?
It's a pasty, but it's basically a pie.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
In Australia...
It's not shaped like a pie. But...
It's not shaped like a pie, but it may as well be, for its content and everything, And in Australia, they're a big thing,
meat pies.
Meat pies are the big draw.
That's interesting.
And I think it's, it's probably because that's kind of of a thing in Britain, pastry, meat. Freezing cold day. Well, there's one Reddit user.
But we were colonized by Britain also, so.
Yeah, I guess so. But I don't know what happened really, because I don't know. I think it's because, so many people came over here, and so many people were just nah, I'm not going to Australia, it's too far away.
Yeah, when we threw all the tea in the harbour, we were just
and the pies too.
The pies too, get them out of here.
They were apparently a thing... in the early days of, after the Declaration of Independence, they were apparently quite a popular thing, but then in the early 20th century, they started to decline, and nobody knows why. Mm-hmm. Because, you can't really put a thing on it. It's someone decided, no more meat pies.
You know that it was a nursery rhyme, the 4 and 20 blackbirds baked in a
pie.
I used to always think, why would you bake birds in a pie? That is disgusting. When I was a kid, you know,
you've never had a blackbird pie. You're missing out, mate.
I used to just think, why would you? Yeah, but just the idea of a bird in a pie, you know, like you have chicken pot pie.
Yeah, you have chicken
pot pies.
You have pheasant pie.
Yeah, but like
Partridge
I didn't
pie.
know about any of that. You know, as a kid, I just thought of, you know,
I don't think you'd have
delicious
a blackbird pie.
dessert pies, and I was just like, why would you put that bird in a pie? What is the matter with these people?
Sugar over here is like the thing. You know? Sugar is like the god of everything, you know. So it's kind of like on this like Reddit thread, and it's from like 9 years ago. This post was.
Yeah.
So it goes, so every time I've been to the USA, I've spent a damn lot of time searching for a meat pie. I'm Aussie and I eat a lot of them. They're the best thing ever to have for lunch on a freezing cold day. Spending winter in New York, where people seem to love hot fast food, I don't get why meat pies weren't everywhere. They're compact, hot with pastry, and meat in one little easy-to-eat package. Way better than a hot dog. And then he said, he edited it and said, so a lot of people...
Way better than a hot dog. That must have had some reaction on Reddit.
So a lot of people were suggesting Hot Pockets. Hot Pockets are more like bread than a pastry.
They're more like a sausage roll or like
Plus they are cheap and not freshly made. And, you know, you don't get Hot Pockets on the street.
Like,
Hot Pockets.
Oh, copyright.
It's not. It's out of copyright now. It's terrible.
Hot Pockets are more like a watered down version of a calzone or a stromboli, which I can't remember which
calzone,
one it is,
I think it might be.
Yeah, it's more like a watered down version of that than it is similar to a meat pie.
It's kind of like,
but I don't know. Yeah,
yeah.
There must be places in New York City, of all places.
When we
in
went
this country.
to New York,
yeah.
I mean, that being said, there's no, like, sausage roll stands in the UK or anything like that. You have to go into Greggs to get one, you know?
Yeah.
But still, it's like bakeries aren't a thing, really. You know, especially doing, like, here in Texas, you have kolaches and stuff like that, but it's kind of like, they're not like the thing,
We have donut places.
Donut places all over the shop. Yeah. Donut shops,
Donuts and kolaches, yeah, that's what you
Donuts, kolaches, and I mean donuts. And it's sweet. Again, there you go. It's sweet stuff. You know, it's not really savory.
Yeah.
The sweet stuff far outweighs the savory over here, whereas the savory kind of far outweighs the sweet.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember when we went into Greg's and stuff, it's like there's a lot of like savory stuff like sausage rolls, pasties, steak bakes.
Yeah.
French bread pizza. And, you know, like maybe even a hot dog. Sandwiches. And then you have like a small section that has like donuts and cookies and like custard slices and whatever, you know. Or the egg custard tart.
I have to interject here because, you know, I've been to Britain a few times and you've made me eat all the things you thought I should eat.
Yes.
And meat pies
were
not among the list, you know, of things you wanted me to try.
Well, a steak bake and maybe a chicken bake.
Those aren't pies, though, are they?
They kind of are, though.
They're not pies. British people listening, get on him. They're not pies, are they? No, I've never had a pie. Every time I've been to Britain, I've never had a meat pie.
Like a meat, like...
I mean, what are we talking about
like
when we
pork pie, I guess, is a meat pie.
Well, yeah.
But
what else? What else is a meat pie? Steak and kidney?
Steak and kidney. I mean, I've got the UK's favourite pies up here.
Okay, let's have them.
And I couldn't find a US, like, in, like, percentages and all that, because Britain does that.
Yeah.
You know, they get all, like, into, like...
statistics.
Statistics. How many of you love this pie? What's your favourite pie? You know?
You get those...
What's your favourite biscuit?
You get those polls all the time from
the government.
YouGov, don't you?
It's the
They're
government.
like, vote for your da-da-da, whatever.
It's the government. They want to know what you like to eat.
They send him these emails all the time. They're like wanting him to vote in various, like...
polls and stuff, yeah. Like, you know, like, what is your favourite drink, soft drink in the UK, you know, and what's your god tier of food, British food or whatever, yeah.
They're preparing for those like living history shows, like what we watch.
Yes.
They're preparing for future episodes of those.
Well, it's kind of like
50,
the National Food Survey. That someone found that and thought, let's make a TV show out of this and make people of today eat.
Yeah.
For like, a week in that time period,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it would be like what a typical household would have had in 1955.
Yeah.
And they'd make that meal,
Yeah.
The UK's favourite pies, anyway. Mm-hmm. Steak and ale pie comes top at 22%.
I mean...
Steak and ale, steak and kidney. Steak and kidney was quite a big thing. But
but where do you go to get a steak and ale pie? Because in my mind, you have to go to a pub. You don't go get a steak and ale pie from a bakery.
You can. I think
can
they
you?
do. Yeah, I think they do this.
It seems really like a sloppy kind of thing to get on the go, though.
I think they just thicken it up enough. They thicken up like the gravy or whatever. But if you have it in like a pub or a restaurant or something...
You're going to eat it with a fork, aren't you?
Yeah, because it'll be a whole lot bigger.
Yeah.
It'll be like a bigger version of it, like it'll be like a chicken pie or a chicken pot pie or whatever.
That's very similar to a pot pie,
yes.
like what we have over here. Yeah, we do that. We do pot pies. We do chicken pot pies.
Yes, but
chicken pot pie.
Copyright there. Steak and potato pie came at number 2 at 17%.
Mm-hmm.
Then the cottage pie.
Yeah.
At 15%. Chicken and mushroom pie. That's like a big thing.
That one's fabulous.
13%. Apple pie. There you go. The sweet was on there. 10%. Pork pie, 9%. Banoffee pie, 7%. And then pie barm, which I'm guessing is...
Wait. Pie bum.
Barm.
Barm.
It's a barm.
Pie barm? What's a
pie
barm?
barm. Pie barm it is.
BARM.
Yeah. That, I didn't look it up, but I imagine it's a pie in a bread roll. It'll be any of those pies in a bread roll.
Okay.
Oh, that's my favourite pie, is a pie barm.
You're doing it like a Scottish accent?
It's northern, yeah.
Okay.
It's northern, yeah, but it's not Scottish. It's like northern English.
Okay.
And what they do is they put like a small like pucker pie, which you can get at the fish and chip shops.
Mm-hmm.
You always see the signs for pucker pies.
Yeah.
And they can be like chicken and mushroom, whatever. They're small and stuff. And they get them, and they usually like some of the bad ones just microwave them instead of like heating them up in an oven or whatever.
Mm.
You get one, and they'll just literally give you a big bap, a big bread roll, a soft, floury bap.
Yeah.
They'll stick it in it and give it to you, and that's it. You just eat it like that. It's paste. It's an extra layer of like breading.
Yeah. I think that they probably went out of fashion over here just because half of the United States gets way too hot, like for most of the year.
Yeah.
And you don't want that kind of stuff.
It's stodgy food.
You don't want like really hot,
pie,
like full
chips.
of potato and steak and
pie and chips, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, fish and chips and all that.
But I have no explanation as to why they're not so popular in the northern states, though. You would think that they would still be popular.
Maybe, but maybe it's just kind of like more people. Oh, I've got to be healthy.
Yeah.
I can't eat that stodgy food.
All that.
I do not care for that stodgy food.
Gravy.
And
pork pie is not on the list, though. Interesting.
Yeah, it is. Pork pie, 9%.
Oh, 9%.
Yeah, it came before the banoffee pie, which is really good. It's banana and toffee. It's a sweet pie.
Now, out of all of those, pork pie is the only one, and you don't eat it hot, do you?
You can... no, you don't. I mean, it's been cooked, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's got like it's actually horrible. and I'm like someone who likes a sausage roll, and I like, pork products, but pork pies, like a Melton Mowbray pork pie, is just something I just can't get on board with.
Yeah.
Something about the gelatin, it's kind of like boiled in or whatever, and it like gels and
I've not had steak and ale or steak and potato pie. Cottage
steak and
pie
ale
is similar
good.
to shepherd's pie. I'm surprised shepherd's pie is not on the list.
Chicken and mushroom pie is a good one, yeah.
Chicken and mushroom should be at the top of the list, I would think. But I don't know. So the Australian guy that you found, I wonder specifically what kind of pie he was hoping to find when he went.
Because we watch those YouTubers, don't we? You know.
Who was that?
Flying the Nest.
Oh yeah.
And they had like they went to like, oh, there's a pie stand, and this is what we eat in Australia is meat pies. In one of their episodes, I remember.
Pie stand?
It was it was a stand on the like seafront, I'm guessing, or somewhere. I kind of remember it, and it's just like, yeah, it's a big deal here in Australia. Everyone loves meat pies. It's like the thing.
Okay, but if it's a pie
and you'd think that because Australia's bloody hot all the time, but you know it gets cold in the winter.
Yeah, I mean,
which is wintertime now there.
I mean, I guess so. Yeah, because they're far enough south.
Yeah.
I'm just not like, I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing like what kind of pies you can get from
it'll
a
be
stand.
kind of like a chicken pie, chicken and mushroom pie.
And then what, you eat it with your hands?
Yeah, it's going to be like it's smallish to eat. Yeah, like it'll be like a pucker pie. I mean, they can make the pie any size you want.
I think also maybe another thing is like, this is the kind of stuff you eat at home. Like
I guess so. Home-style food that you can eat out on the street.
It's just not popular in America.
It's like, no, we want something flashy and fun. And, I guess that's kind of like the thing. I don't
want to go out and like get something off the street that I have in my freezer at home. You know.
Well, I mean, you eat pizza at home, don't you? And you get that on the street.
Yeah.
But pizza was fun. Pizza's a fun thing to eat, I guess. You know, so it's not like meatloaf stand.
Maybe Italians who make pizza at home and make it, they have a pizza oven or something, they make it at home. Maybe they're not getting pizza out on the street. Yeah. You know what I mean? But like people who make like chicken and mushroom pie at home, like, I don't want that when I'm just walking around and like I'm out, you know, just give me a hot dog, something like easy, you know.
Thinking about myself, like, you know, I buy the frozen chips.
Yeah.
In the grocery store, and I like chips, you know.
Yeah.
It's not the same as going out to get them, though, you know.
Yeah.
And I think it's the same as like making a pizza at home. It's not the same as getting it from a place.
I guess.
I don't know. It's just.
But if you're eating it from frozen, it's not. It's not the same anyway as making it from scratch or getting it from somewhere.
No, I guess not.
All right.
I mean, I've got the U.S.'s favorite pies here.
Yeah.
You know, there was only two sweet dessert pies in that, apple and banoffee, and the UK favourite one. But you are.
Yeah, do you have somewhere, where did you get these? Just so anybody knows who might want to...
These were just off the Google listing.
Oh.
Yeah. Because I looked for like top 10, and they just came up like that. I couldn't find, for the American one, I couldn't find...
So just when you Google, this is what came up. This is what came up,
yeah. America's, yeah, you know, like they've got those little like questionnaires, and they just go do, you know.
Yeah.
The US didn't have like a survey with percentages of people that ate this kind of stuff. It was just, oh, this is it, and then there were several sites that detailed like the 25 best pies and whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Like
But anybody can do that.
Anybody can do that.
Any magazine can go.
And it was the same list. Some of them were the same.
These are the 35 most favorite pies, and some of them are things you've never heard of. And it's just like, where did this? Who voted for this?
Yeah, some of them were a bit weird actually, but these are like the ones that I recognized. I was like, oh yeah, this is probably it.
Yeah.
So there's coconut cream pie.
So we don't know, like the other ones you just listed for the UK were sort of in order of favorite to least favorite.
Yeah.
But we don't have any idea.
Yeah.
If this.
I'm presuming the top one is number 1.
Okay.
But
maybe not.
But maybe not. Coconut cream pie is the number 1.
Yes.
Yeah. Then you got strawberry pie.
Oh yes.
And then you got blueberry pie.
Yeah.
That wasn't yeah.
No, I don't know. I don't think I've ever eaten blueberry pie.
What? I think that's an American staple.
Yeah.
It's like the guy in the, like, you know, they got the gingham table, and it's a pie. What they have the pie eating contest at those just fairs, and he's just like and it's just all blueberry, just a big blueberry like Violet Beauregard.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I don't think I've ever had
It's kind of like, that's what I'd expect to see when I go to a fair. It's like, you want some blueberry pie? And I'm like, that would be delightful.
I want to talk about that in a minute. But yeah.
Put some Cool Whip on that. Blueberry pie. But blueberry pie was number 3. Pumpkin pie.
Yeah.
You can't move at Thanksgiving for that over here, or around Halloween anyway. It's that comes out into the stores, it's everywhere, and it's just kind of like, where are you getting all these pumpkins from, honestly? Because it's not even pumpkin, is it? It's yam or something, isn't it? In some of the...
something, yeah.
Yeah, it's because, I don't think I've ever had a fresh pumpkin pie.
Canned pumpkin. It's not as good as the canned. In my opinion.
Oh, wonder why that is, because there's so much sugar and stuff in it. It is good. When I first got here...
No, there's nothing there's no sugar in the can. You have to add all of that to it to make the pie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, pumpkin is stringy.
It's more
stringy and pumpkin-y, wumpkin-y. Mm-hmm. No, when I first got here, it was around Halloween, Thanksgiving time. The first time I visited. So people were just handing me plates of pecan and pumpkin pie. And I was just kind of like... after like after 2 days of it, I was just like, ugh.
Yeah, finish the list, and then we're gonna talk about that. Yeah.
Next one is apple pie. Mm-hmm. It's just kind of strange. It's down so far. Cherry pie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Peach pie.
Mm-hmm.
And then sweet potato pie.
I don't think I've ever had a sweet potato pie either. I imagine that's
similar to pumpkin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So what is... funnily, there's not one savory pie on there. I think you can have the sweet potato pie.
Sweet potato is kind of like, is the only savory-ish.
Yeah. And it's probably not at all either. It probably tastes like pumpkin pie.
And because when it's kind of like that kind of thing, when you say to a British person, do you want a pie? Mm-hmm. What do you want?
Some pie?
Do you want some pie?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, what have you got then? Oh, well, blueberry. Oh, sweet, or fruit pie,
Fruit pie, yeah.
Or, the cream pies, coconut cream or whatever,
Mm-hmm. But yeah, there's no savory pies on the US. And then we also have, like, seasons for pies in America. Do you find that?
Well, like pumpkin pie season.
Yeah, so...
It's pumpkin spice season.
So in the fall and winter, you're mostly gonna eat, like, chess pies, pumpkin pies, sweet potato pies, pecan pies, walnut pies, which walnut is the same thing as pecan pie, only with walnuts instead of pecans. You're going to eat more things like that. And then during the summer is all the fruit pies. I completely, you're right. Blueberry, cherry, apple pie, those are all like scream summer pies. They make me think of the like old 1950s kind of shows where they're baking a pie and then they put it on the windowsill to cool, and some little...
You can't do that in Texas. It'll just bubble over. It'll probably burn.
Some little neighborhood rascal will come
riding
and
by
steal
his
the
bike.
pie, from the windowsill.
Or a blackbird will come and freaking... back into it. A bird will just be like, oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
They give me a little pie. How wonderful.
And I don't know why, because, like, apple pies can be eaten cool or warm with, like, ice cream or something like that. But you have to use the oven to make all those fruit pies. So I don't know why you would want to make them in the summer, other than the fact that I guess the fruit is more ripe. Yeah, it's more in season during the summer.
Yeah, everybody talks about that. Like when they think of America, it's apple pie.
Yeah.
Apple pie and,
when
apple
really,
pie American.
It's quite popular in Britain as well, though, isn't it? Apple pie.
It was invented in Britain.
Yeah.
I have to say that.
Fighting words.
Yeah, fighting words.
Fighting words.
It was. Someone came up with the pie. And like in Germany, they came up with strudel and all that kind of stuff. They made it better. So
what, you think blueberry pie is more American than apple pie?
I'd say blueberry and cherry, maybe.
Yeah.
Like apple pie, everybody goes, oh, yes, apple pie is so delicious with cinnamon and whatever. Mm-hmm. But I think, no, it's like when I think of like an American state fair going to it's a blueberry pie or a cherry pie, I think of. Maybe because of the red, white, and blue thing, yeah.
Are there any on that list that you haven't eaten on the U.S.?
I don't think I've ever had a strawberry pie.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, strawberry pies.
Or a sweet potato pie.
Strawberry pies can be really good, or they can be really gross. They make them with, like, this thick strawberry, like...
pectin.
Jelly stuff.
It's a pectin.
I don't know what pectin is.
It's like the jelly.
Okay.
It's what they make jam with.
Okay, yeah.
It's...
I guess so.
Yeah, it's kind of... Yeah, I'm presuming it's like... Because they sometimes... package it and sell it on its own.
Oh yeah, that stuff is absolutely horrendous.
Yeah,
for some reason that stuff is horrendous.
Because it's mostly high fructose corn syrup and aspartame and all that.
If you get it like at a restaurant, though, it can be really, really good. Sometimes
they probably
put
they probably add sugar to it.
Yeah, you mean instead of
because you were talking about that in some barbecue place, so they made like a really good strawberry pie.
No, it's not a barbecue place. Fur's Cafeteria and Luby's Cafeteria.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. I don't know if if all the Americans listening know about those places. I assume they're chains.
Yeah, maybe.
I associate them more with like grandparents because those are who always took me there, you know, and it's like cafeteria style food, and then you can get a dessert at the end as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, they had really good strawberry pie. That's what I always used to get. The ones I have not had on this list though is just blueberry and sweet potato. I think I've had all the rest of them, but no, I don't remember ever having had a blueberry. And I like blueberries. I've just never been anywhere, I don't guess. I've never been to like a 4th of July picnic.
4th of July picnic.
Where someone's offered me a piece of blueberry pie. You know, I don't know. I've just never... I don't know. Yeah, I've never had it, so that's
with the
weird.
gingham like picnic tables and everything like that. Yeah. That's what it is to me. There's got to be gingham everywhere.
Yeah.
And there's got to be like those rosette type things, you know.
Yeah.
It's got to be old fashioned, okay?
So what's your favorite sweet pie? It doesn't have to be on the list. Just
I think I'm going to have to say my favorite sweet pie is apple.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think apple pie is like, yeah.
Mine is lemon meringue.
Oh, yeah. I mean, key lime. I mean, the things coming up, but I mean, when I think of them, they are pies, but they're not in the traditional sense with like pastry and everything like that.
I mean, they have a crust on the bottom, don't they?
But they need a crust on the top, too. Like a cherry pie with the lattice.
But I mean, pumpkin pie doesn't have a crust on the top. Nor coconut cream. Oh, coconut cream's a really good one as well.
Yes.
Okay, so yours is apple. Mine is lemon meringue, definitely.
Traditional pie.
I was shocked. We'll get to the Instagram polls now. I was really shocked that some of my favorite ones didn't even like strawberry pie.
Didn't even make the list.
I don't think anybody mentioned strawberry pie. Or
the famous strawberry pie that America loves.
Or banana cream pie. That's so good,
yes.
Too. Yeah, yes. Nobody mentioned banana cream pie.
That's the best. Yeah.
Key lime, I don't think anyone mentioned.
Key lime, yeah. I mean, key lime is a really good pie.
Yeah. Okay, so the ones that did get mentioned and that got mentioned enough to make it into our top 8 were cherry, blueberry, coconut cream, lemon meringue, pumpkin pie, pecan pie, apple pie, and rhubarb.
Rhubarb!
I was shocked by rhubarb.
Rhubarb. Yeah, there you go. That wasn't even on the list.
That's really interesting, isn't it?
But the thing is, rhubarb in Britain, it's like a rhubarb crumble.
Oh, they don't make it into a pie?
They do, but it's like crumble is more popular.
I only associate
an apple
rhubarb.
Crumble is, you know...
I only associate rhubarb with Britain. Like, I didn't know that we really had it over here.
You could eat rhubarb and what it was.
I've only just started seeing rhubarb pie in the grocery store here in the last couple of years.
Yeah, no, because of me.
And I thought, I was going to say, and I thought it was just because you'd moved here, and they were like, oh, we better start selling it. And...
Yeah, I mean, they started... doing the tiger bread for a while, didn't they?
Yeah.
They never really quite got it right, though. It was kind of like, they need help with that.
So the first day was cherry versus blueberry. Cherry won.
Cherry won, yeah.
Yeah. The next day was coconut cream versus lemon meringue. Lemon meringue won.
Yeah.
The next was pumpkin pie versus pecan. We pitted the two Thanksgiving staples against each other, and pumpkin won.
What?
Apple pie versus rhubarb.
Yeah.
And apple pie won.
Yeah.
And then we had, in the losers bracket, blueberry versus coconut cream. We had somebody message us, didn't we? And we were like, oh, get the cream pies, no.
The cream pies are gross. Get them out of here.
Yeah, just get them out of here.
Get them out of here, mate.
Just say no to cream pies.
Yeah, I don't know, yeah. And you were just kind of like, well,
cream pies.
The cream pies?
I was just like, cream pies are the ones that are like, the pie in your face kind of pies, aren't
yes.
they? They're the creamy ones. Like
usually, though, and to save costs on those shows, it would be shaving cream in a
shaving
pie
cream? Oh, I just assumed it was just whipped cream and nothing else.
No, they wouldn't waste whipped cream.
Why shaving cream?
Because
disgusting.
It's easy.
I don't want to get a mouth and nostrils full of shaving cream. Pecan versus rhubarb. Pecan won that one. And then we had cherry versus lemon meringue, and cherry won. Pumpkin versus apple, and apple won. And then we had blueberry versus pecan. Did I already say that one? Blueberry won. So it finally came down, which I was absolutely shocked.
Absolutely gobsmacked.
I was shocked that the final was apple pie versus blueberry pie. Like, what in the world?
There we go, you see?
And again, I like blueberries, but blueberry over cherry even. Like, no.
And the winner and the winner of this one will go out and buy one. So.
Oh, will we now?
Yeah. We've got to honour the contract here,
The winner, the ultimate pie winner, according to Instagram, was apple pie.
Apple pie. You see?
Apple pie.
You can't beat it.
Apple pie is good, but it's a little bit boring, isn't it?
It's very American, don't you know?
Oh no, you said it was invented in Britain.
It was, but no. But it's very American now.
No,
I've Americanized the apple pie. I've stuck a flag on it.
As far as apple pie goes, I prefer the Dutch apple pie. So it's got like the
clogs,
the crumbles on the top. Yeah, it's the kind that wears clogs.
And the windmills, yes.
No, it has the crumble on the top instead of the lattice, or instead of the full crust.
Yeah.
I just love the little crumbly.
The crumbly bits. Well, it's kind of like apple crumble to a...
Yeah, but it's got a crust underneath, where apple crumble is just the apple pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah, apple pie. Instagram. Yeah. What are you guys thinking?
What are you guys thinking, eh? You're just very traditional in your pies.
It's very traditional. I mean, there's a reason why apple pie is like mentioned all the time, I suppose.
Yeah, apple pie. Oh, apple pie and ice cream, yeah.
I was shocked. Yeah. If you're going to have apple pie, you got to have ice cream.
You got to have ice cream with it. What are you thinking?
But then again, I'm an ice cream person.
Vanilla ice cream and apple pie.
It can't really be any other kind of
You don't want to have chocolate ice cream with apple pie. Are you crazy?
Sometimes we get an apple pie.
You crazy dude, you.
And my mom would be like...
Let's put some chocolate with it.
Yeah. Or just whatever ice cream was in the freezer. And I was like, have you lost your mind? Like, no.
It's vanilla.
Not go. Yeah.
Vanilla.
You can't slap, cookies.
Slap any old ice cream on top of this pie. You're doing it a disservice, and it's very un-American.
Yes. Anyway, let us know if you were surprised by the results of that poll. Let us know what your favorite pie is.
Yeah, let us know. Did
we mention your favorite pie, or do you have some random favorite pie? I know sometimes they make like
buttermilk pies.
Full on like just berry pies. So
razzleberry.
Like raspberry, strawberry, cherries. Oh, I don't know if they put strawberries in.
Razzleberry, I think it was.
Like raspberry, blueberries, and cherries, I think.
Yeah. And
they'll just make like a berry pie like that.
Yeah.
Which I don't think I've ever had again, but yeah. I don't know where I was going with that. I think
it was razzleberry. That's where you were going.
Yeah.
Return to razzleberry.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. As always, we appreciate your support.
Yes.
Be sure to check us out on social media. We are at TButty, TEABUTTY on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And we'll talk to you next time.
We'll talk to you next time, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye.